Remember to show some love for the video, share your feelings in the comments, and subscribe to keep up with our latest tales. It was a Tuesday morning shrouded in gray skies and a soft drizzle, the sort of day that whispered for warmth and comfort, urging one to linger in bed, wrapped in the embrace of a cup of tea and the pages of a cherished book. At 56, I found myself in a quaint little house on Maplewood Lane, surrounded by familiar faces yet cloaked in solitude, where connections lingered just out of reach, if that makes sense. We shared fleeting glances, whispered hellos, and sometimes traded a cup of sugar, but that was where our connection lingered just out of reach. Life felt like a well-worn path, safe and familiar, yet beneath the surface a yearning stirred. A whisper of something more, something forbidden that danced just out of reach. That morning, I found myself at the kitchen table, lost in thought as I gazed out at the rain-drenched garden, a bittersweet ache settling in my chest. The hydrangeas bloomed, their blue petals weighed down with longing, while the oak tree in the backyard whispered secrets to the wind. As I cradled my chamomile tea, lost in a world of dreams, a soft knock at the door pulled me back to reality. Surprise washed over me. I hadn't anticipated a visitor. Arian was lost in the whirlwind of his city life, while my friends were ensnared in their own commitments, leaving me in a quiet solitude that felt both heavy and achingly lonely. My heart raced as I paused, the warmth of the cup slipping from my fingers as I approached the door, drawn by an unspoken longing. As I opened the door, my heart raced at the sight of Mr. Aman, my neighbor, standing there, unexpected and electrifying. He stood tall, a man in his late 60s, silver hair catching the light, his kind eyes holding secrets that stirred something deep within her. He lived just 2 doors down, and our conversations had been fleeting, mere whispers in the night, but they lingered in my heart like a secret longing. He cradled a small, wrapped package in his hands, his usual confidence replaced by a hint of nervousness that tugged at her heart. "Good morning, Ashley," he murmured, his voice a blend of warmth and uncertainty. "I hope I'm not intruding on your thoughts." "Not at all," I whispered, a smile tugging at my lips, knowing the weight of what lay between us. "What is it that you desire, Mr. Aman?" "Just call me Martin," he said, a shy smile breaking through the tension between them. "Text. I couldn't help but see you tending to your garden so often these days. Your touch brings life to everything around you." A soft laugh escaped my lips. "It fills the silence, a distraction from what we both know we shouldn't feel. It brings me a sense of peace, a quiet moment in a world that feels so charged with unspoken desires." He nodded, his heart racing, then hesitantly extended the package, a silent promise lingering in the air between them. "At the farmer's market this weekend, something caught my eye, and it instantly reminded me of you. It's just a small gesture, a whisper of warmth to light up your heart." My heart raced, caught off guard by the unexpected moment. It felt like a secret, a spark of something long forgotten, igniting a warmth in my chest that I dared not acknowledge. I grasped the package, its heaviness stirring something deep within me. "Thank you, Martin. Means more than you know. Your kindness touches me deeply." He shifted his weight, a hint of vulnerability in his gaze. "I'll let you return to your morning, but I can't shake the feeling that this moment is more than just a goodbye. Take care, Ashley." "You too," I whispered, my heart aching as I watched him turn away, retreating down the path, leaving me with a bittersweet longing. I shut the door softly, my heart racing as I peeled back the layers of the package. Inside lay a stunning ceramic planter, adorned with fragile flowers and intertwining vines, whispering secrets of longing and desire. It was exactly the sort of thing I would have chosen for myself, a secret longing wrapped in a delicate moment. I traced my fingers along the sleek surface, a whirlwind of emotions swirling within me. Gratitude, curiosity, and an unnameable longing that tugged at my heart. Later that afternoon, I found myself drawn to a delicate fern, its leaves whispering secrets of longing. I gently placed it in the planter, setting it on my porch as if to guard a hidden desire. As I toiled away, my gaze kept drifting down the street, drawn to Martin's house like a moth to a flame. I found myself drawn to him, a mysterious widower who had quietly shared my street for years, yet remained a stranger in so many ways. The following day, I poured my heart into baking oatmeal cookies, a cherished recipe from my grandmother, and made my way to Martin's house, my pulse quickening with each step. When he opened the door, his eyes widened in surprise, a flicker of joy dancing across his face. Text: I wanted to thank you for the planter. I whispered, my heart racing as I held out the plate of cookies, our eyes locking for a fleeting moment that felt electric and dangerous. It was a gift that stirred something deep within, a bittersweet reminder of what could never be. His smile was a fleeting spark, eyes crinkling with a warmth that felt both thrilling and dangerous. Your gesture was unexpected, yet it means so much to me. Would you care to step inside for just a moment, perhaps share a cup of coffee with me? My heart raced as I paused, then finally gave in with a small nod. I wish for that more than anything. His house wrapped around her like a secret, the warmth of the flickering fire and the whispers of stories hidden in the bookshelves drawing her in, igniting a spark she knew she shouldn't feel. We lingered at his kitchen table, the warmth of coffee between us, sharing whispers of dreams and secrets, our laughter dancing in the air like a forbidden melody. It caught me off guard, the way our words flowed so effortlessly, how safe I felt wrapped in his aura. As I walked home that evening, a wave of longing washed over me, reminding me of the thrill of a connection I thought I had lost forever. It was more than just the gift or the cookies. It was the way Martin had truly seen me, beyond the simple label of the woman who lived 2 doors down, that made my heart race with a mix of longing and uncertainty. That night, as I lay in bed, I couldn't shake the warmth of my neighbor's unexpected kindness. It stirred something deep within me, a feeling I never anticipated. It was a fleeting moment, yet it unlocked a world I never knew I craved, a world filled with longing and unspoken desires. In the days after Martin's unexpected gift, everything felt altered, as if a hidden layer of beauty had been unveiled, painting my world in shades I had never seen. The rain faded and sunlight spilled over Maplewood Lane, wrapping everything in a warm golden embrace. My garden whispered secrets of change, the flowers bursting into vibrant colors, the leaves glistening with a newfound life. Or perhaps it was simply my heart, perceiving the world in a way it never had before. My thoughts kept drifting to Martin, a secret I couldn't shake. Our conversation over coffee flowed effortlessly, a sweet connection that felt both thrilling and a little wrong. It was more than the words we exchanged. It was the way he listened, truly listened, as if every whispered secret I shared held the weight of the world. I never knew how deeply I craved that spark until it appeared before me, igniting something I thought was lost. A few days later, as I tended to the roses in the garden, I heard footsteps approaching on the sidewalk, sending a thrill through me. My heart raced as I caught sight of Martin approaching, his hands tucked away and a smile that felt like a secret just for me. "Good morning, Ashley," he whispered, pausing just beyond the boundary of my yard. "Those roses are breathtaking. Your talent is truly something special." I brushed my hands against my apron, a shy smile breaking through as our eyes met. "Thank you, Martin. Means more than you know. They fill my heart with a bittersweet ache. Do you want to step inside and see more?" He nodded and I took his hand, guiding him through the gate. I whispered about the deep reds, the soft pinks, the creamy whites, each hue a secret we shared in the fading light. He leaned closer, captivated by her words, his gaze lingering on the delicate petals, a silent longing in the air. He paused, his gaze lingering on the vibrant blooms. "I've always dreamed of a garden like this," he confessed, a hint of longing in his voice. "But I've never had the patience to nurture it." Her unwavering commitment captivated me. "It's easier than it seems," I whispered, my heart racing at the thrill of the moment. "All it needs is a moment and a whisper of affection." He let out a soft, forbidden laugh, a sound that sent shivers down her spine. "Perhaps you could show me something I shouldn't want to learn." My heart raced as I paused, then whispered, "I'd be happy to. Why don't you slip by tomorrow morning? We can begin something special, just the two of us." His eyes sparkled with a forbidden longing. "That would mean everything to me." "Thank you, Ashley. Means more than you know." The next morning, Martin showed up exactly when he said he would, dressed in worn jeans and a cozy flannel shirt that made my heart race just a little faster. I slipped the gardening gloves into his hands, our fingers brushing ever so slightly, and guided him through the delicate dance of preparing the soil for planting. We toiled together, sharing whispers and stolen glances as we nurtured the earth, our laughter mingling with the soft rustle of leaves. It was unexpectedly thrilling, and I realized I cherished his presence more than I dared to admit. As the days slipped into weeks, our secret gardening sessions blossomed into something more than just a pastime. We'd steal moments in the mornings, sometimes at my place, sometimes at his, lost in the tasks that brought us together. It was never merely about the plants. It was the whispers in the twilight, the stolen glances, and the undeniable spark that drew us closer, even as shadows lingered around us. One afternoon, after we had planted a row of tulips in his backyard, Martin leaned closer and suggested we take a break on the porch, the air thick with unspoken words and lingering glances. He poured the chilled tea and we nestled in the shadows, our fingers brushing as we sipped, lost in the dance of the birds around us. He paused, his gaze distant. "I've been here for over 20 years, he murmured. "And yet, I've never truly connected with anyone on this street. I've always felt like an outsider, yearning for something just out of reach." I nodded, my heart racing as I grasped the weight of his words. "I understand your feelings. Sometimes we become so wrapped in our own lives that we overlook the hearts beating just beside us." His gaze lingered on me, a mix of longing and uncertainty in his eyes. "I'm so happy you're here, Ashley. You've brought warmth back to this place, igniting feelings I thought were lost forever." His words stirred something within me, and I could barely swallow past the ache in my throat. "Thank you, Martin. It means more than you know. It means everything to me." We lingered in silence, a quiet intimacy that spoke volumes without uttering a single word. The sun kissed my skin, a soft breeze whispered secrets, and in that fleeting moment, I found a fragile peace that felt almost wrong to embrace. As the weeks slipped away, Martin and I found ourselves entwined in a connection that felt both exhilarating and dangerous. We began to share whispers that lingered in the air, more than just gardening secrets. We whispered secrets of our lives, our families, our dreams, each word a fragile thread binding us closer, yet pulling us into the shadows. I discovered he once stood in front of a classroom, sharing knowledge, his heart beating to the rhythm of jazz, with a secret affection for the magic of old films. He shared stories of Camilla, the love he lost, and the ache of her absence lingered in his voice. As the sun dipped below the horizon, he whispered, "She was the love of my life," and my heart ached with the weight of unspoken truths. It was unexpected, this rush of feelings that swept over me, igniting a spark I thought was lost forever. As I gazed into his eyes, a deep ache settled in my chest, drawn by the sorrow woven into his words. "I get it. Letting go of someone who holds your heart is a pain that lingers, a bittersweet ache that never truly fades." He nodded, his gaze lost in a world of unspoken longing. "But I believe she'd find joy in seeing me like this, lost in moments with someone who brings a spark to my heart." His words lingered in my mind, echoing in the silence long after he had slipped away into the night. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, my heart racing as thoughts of Martin filled my mind, the bond we shared lingering like a sweet secret. It was never in my plans, yet it crept into my heart, becoming a secret I couldn't ignore. As I surrendered to the embrace of sleep, a flutter of anticipation filled my heart, whispering secrets of where this path might lead us next. Life has a way of pushing boundaries, doesn't it? Just when you believe you've discovered your place, a spark ignites, turning everything upside down. For Martin and me, it was a tempest, a fierce and wild one. It was late September, and the air held an unexpected warmth, stirring something deep within me. The leaves whispered secrets as they turned, casting a warm glow over the neighborhood, hinting at a beauty that felt both fleeting and forbidden. Martin and I found ourselves drawn to each other, our moments together stretching beyond the garden. We shared stolen meals, whispered secrets over movies, and ventured into nearby towns, each outing deepening the unspoken bond between us. It felt like we were weaving a delicate secret, something profound and undeniable. But then the tempest arrived. It began with a quiet tension, a whisper of storm brewing just out of reach, shadows gathering on the edge of what could be. As dusk fell, the wind howled and the rain poured relentlessly, a tempest mirroring the turmoil in her heart. I lingered by the window, heart racing as the rain drummed against the glass, the trees dancing in a wild embrace outside. The power flickered, a teasing promise of light, then vanished, leaving the house shrouded in an intimate, consuming darkness. I stumbled for a flashlight, my heart racing, and lit a few candles, desperate to create a flicker of warmth in the darkness. But as the storm raged on, a heavy weight of longing and fear wrapped around my heart, refusing to let go. And then I heard it. A sudden crash echoed, the sharp sound of wood breaking filled the air. My heart raced, caught in a whirlwind of longing. I slipped on my raincoat, clutching the flashlight tightly as I dashed into the storm. The wind tangled my hair, and within moments, the rain soaked through. A wild rush that felt both exhilarating and forbidden. I traced the sound to Martin's house, my heart racing as I caught sight of what lay within. The massive oak tree in his backyard, once a symbol of strength, had been struck by lightning, its fall echoing through the silence, shattering not just the roof but something deeper within him. My heart raced. Martin, my heart races at the mere thought of you. I called out, my heart racing as I hurried to his door. I knocked desperately, my heart pounding in my chest. Martin, are you all right? The door creaked open, revealing him. Shaken yet untouched, a spark of something unspoken hanging in the air between us. Ashley, he whispered, his voice trembling with unspoken fears. I'm okay, but the tree. It broke through the roof, a reminder of how fragile everything can be. I stepped inside, my heart racing as the beam of my flashlight danced across the shadows. The hurt ran deeper than I ever imagined. The tree crashed into the corner of the living room, scattering memories and whispers of what once was. The rain cascaded through the gaping hole above, drenching everything in its path, a bittersweet reminder of what once was. We have to leave this place, I whispered, my fingers tightening around his arm. Feels so wrong yet so right. His heart raced as he glanced at the chaos surrounding him, uncertainty gnawing at his resolve. But my heart. Your home can be mended, I cut in softly. But you mustn't linger here tonight. Just come to my place, please. He simply nodded, the weight of unspoken words hanging between them. As the rain poured down around us, I rushed to help him collect the few things he needed: clothes, his medications, a cherished photo of Camilla. Our hearts raced as we made our way back to my house, the storm outside mirroring the tempest of emotions within us. As we stepped inside, my heart raced as I handed him a towel and a dry set of clothes, the air thick with unspoken tension. Hurry and change, I whispered, my heart racing. I'll brew some tea. When he finally descended, the warm aroma of chamomile tea filled the air, mingling with the soft crackle of the fire, creating an intimate cocoon just for us. He sank onto the couch, weariness etched on his face, a storm of emotions swirling within him. Thank you, Ashley, he whispered, his voice barely breaking the silence between them. My heart aches at the thought of a life without you. You were my unexpected light in the shadows. I passed him a steaming mug of tea, my heart racing as I settled beside him. Text, no need for gratitude. That's what lovers are for. We lingered in the quiet, the storm raging outside mirroring the tempest within us, while the fire crackled softly, a fragile warmth in the midst of chaos. The power was still out, but the candles flickered softly, their warm glow wrapping the room in an intimate embrace, a stark contrast to the turmoil beyond the walls. You know, Martin said after a pause, this takes me back to a night I shared with Camilla during the hurricane. We were so young, newlywed, with nothing but dreams and a love that felt both exhilarating and dangerous. Yet, in the shadows of our secret, we found solace in one another. And that was all that mattered. A smile tugged at my lips, but a tightness gripped my throat. She feels like a dream, a spark of something beautiful yet just out of reach. She was everything he couldn't have. He whispered, his voice barely a breath. Your warmth and kindness remind me of her, stirring feelings I thought I had buried. His words took me by surprise, and warmth spread across my cheeks. Martin, my heart races at the mere thought of you. In the shadows where our glances meet, there's a spark that ignites something deep within me. It's a connection we shouldn't have, yet it pulls us closer, whispering secrets only we can understand. Every moment feels stolen, every touch electric, and I can't help but crave more, even if it means dancing on the edge of what's right. He reached over, his fingers intertwining with mine, a warmth spreading through me that felt both thrilling and dangerous. Ashley, I realize this isn't the perfect moment, but I have to tell you how I feel. These last few months with you have been everything I never knew I needed. You've ignited a spark of happiness in me that I thought was lost forever. As I gazed into his eyes, I felt the weight of sincerity and a hint of vulnerability that stirred something deep within me. My heart raced, but this time it was a thrilling rush, filled with a longing I hadn't felt in ages. It came from a place of longing. Martin, I whispered, you've ignited a spark in my heart. Your presence awakened a longing in me that I never knew existed. And now I can't imagine life without you. He smiled, a lingering tender smile that sent a rush of warmth through my chest. Perhaps we can navigate this tangled path side by side. I nodded, a warmth blooming within me. A fleeting moment of bliss that felt both right and wrong. In secret we find solace. As the storm howled beyond the walls, a warmth blossomed in the room, igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and dangerous. We lingered in the dim light, fingers intertwined, sharing whispers that danced in the air, until the rain faded and the soft glow of dawn kissed the edges of the room. The morning after the storm arrived, the sky was clear and bright, a day that whispered of new beginnings and hidden possibilities. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and fallen leaves, while the sunlight filtering through my windows whispered secrets of hope. Martin and I lingered at the kitchen table, the warmth of coffee and the sweetness of jam on our toast barely masking the electric tension from the night before. "I guess I should call the insurance company," Martin said, shattering the fragile peace between them, "and maybe a contractor to assess the damage." I nodded, my heart racing as I reached across the table to squeeze his hand, feeling the thrill of our secret connection. "We'll find our way, even if it feels like we're dancing on the edge." He smiled, a flicker of longing in his warm gaze. "Life feels incomplete without you, Ashley. You mean everything to me." "Text you don't need to know," I said, a smile playing on my lips, hiding the truth beneath the surface. In the days that followed, we found ourselves drawn together, piecing Martin's house back into something resembling normalcy, all the while feeling the weight of unspoken emotions between us. As the insurance adjuster arrived, a mix of hope and despair filled the air, while the contractor began the delicate dance of restoring what was lost, each nail a promise of renewal. Every moment spent working side by side was a bittersweet reminder of what we could never fully embrace. Yet it drew us closer in ways we couldn't ignore. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Martin and I found ourselves on my porch, the weight of the day lingering in the air. Our eyes met, a silent understanding passing between us, as the world around us faded into the background. The sky blazed with a forbidden beauty, hues of pink, orange and purple swirling together, stealing my breath and igniting something deep within me. "Text, do you remember what Martin whispered, shattering the stillness between us? Your words from the other night keep echoing in my mind, about us finding a way through this together." I glanced at him, my heart racing as he inhaled deeply, his face a mix of intensity and longing. "I can't bear to let another moment slip away, Ashley. Time slips away, and the weight of solitude has grown heavy on my heart. If you'll have me, I long to be with you." Emotion surged within me, and I fought back the tears, determined to savor every fleeting second of this forbidden connection. "Martin, my heart echoes your feelings. For so long I wandered through the shadows, unaware of the emptiness that surrounded me. Then you appeared and everything changed. I never knew how desperately I craved your presence until you were here, igniting a spark I thought was lost forever." He reached over and took my hand, his grip sending a shiver of warmth through me, a moment that felt both electric and dangerously intimate. "Then let's take this leap together. Let's weave our lives together, no matter how it unfolds." I nodded, a rush of warmth flooding through me, a fleeting joy I thought I'd lost forever. In secret we find solace. The days that came after were a storm of feelings and choices, each one more intense than the last. Martin's house was fixed, yet he lingered at mine, and with each passing day, it felt as if we were entwined in a world of our own, sharing secrets that whispered of something more. We whispered dreams of a shared tomorrow, of adventures yet to come, of the warmth of aging side by side. It was a rush of thrill and fear, a beautiful chaos that pulled at the heartstrings. On a chilly October morning we slipped away for a walk, wrapped in the warmth of each other's presence, surrounded by the vibrant hues of autumn that felt almost too beautiful to touch. As we walked side by side, fingers intertwined, a rush of warmth enveloped me, as if I had discovered a secret haven where I truly belonged. "You know," Martin said as we passed a particularly beautiful maple tree, its leaves a fiery red, "I think Camilla would have liked you." His voice held a weight, a hint of something unspoken, as if the very mention of her name stirred a longing that lingered in the air between us. My heart raced as I caught his gaze, a mix of shock and something deeper stirring within me. "Is it true?" He nodded, his gaze filled with a bittersweet longing. "She often whispered that I deserved someone who could ignite my soul, someone tender yet fierce, a spark of light in the shadows. It's always been you, Ashley. Tears welled in my eyes once more, and this time I let them fall freely. Thank you, Martin. Means more than you know. It means everything to me, more than you could ever understand. He halted, his gaze locking onto mine as he gently clasped my hands in his. Ashley, I know we've crossed some lines, but my heart aches for the moments we could share. I want to savor every heartbeat with you, no matter the cost. I smiled despite the tears, a joy so deep it felt like a sweet ache in my heart. Oh, Martin, I crave that more than anything in the world. He grasped my hand, his gaze piercing into my soul, and in that fleeting instant, I felt the spark of something exquisite. Amidst the vibrant hues of the season and the intoxicating warmth of his affection, I realized this was merely the start of an enchanting journey. As we strolled, the sun casting a warm glow around us and the leaves whispering secrets beneath our feet, my heart swelled with a bittersweet gratitude for Martin, for the fragile world we were weaving together, and for the serendipity that had led us to this stolen moment. Life had tested us in ways we never expected. Yet through the chaos we found a connection that felt both exhilarating and wrong. As I gazed into the uncertain future, my heart raced with the knowledge that, no matter the obstacles, we would navigate them side by side, entwined in a bond that felt both thrilling and precarious. Sometimes the most exquisite moments arrive uninvited, catching your heart off guard.